What's happening, everyone? My name is Jakey and welcome to another Final Fantasy 3 challenge. As you can probably tell from the title, this one's a little different from the job only challenges I have been doing. This challenge is not really a challenge, but more of a can you do it? It's something I've always thought about since I first played the game on DS, and now we're checking the answer, but this time on the Pixel Remaster on the PlayStation. Now let's begin. Can you beat the Nepto Dragon on Final Fantasy 3? Now, for those of you that don't know the Nepto Dragon, it's an enemy that appears in the sea outside the Nepto Temple if you try to take the ship without going in and beating the Nepto Temple dungeon. This dungeon requires you to be mini, and the boss at the end is a giant rat who has stolen the eye from the Nepto Dragon statue inside the Nepto Temple, which has enraged the Nepto Dragon, and it's the reason you can't take the ship out of the little cove behind the Viking's hideout. Now, by the time you get to the Nepto Dragon, you would be around level 10 to 15. And the only way to get him in the bestiary is to start the encounter and flee before he game overs you. The reason being that, unlike Bahamut that appears early and then you can find him in the end of the game, Nepto disappears forever after you beat the Nepto Temple dungeon, meaning you're not supposed to ever beat this boss. Before I go over the stats of the Nepto Dragon, let's go over the plan. The plan of action for taking this boss down? Well, I probably should have mentioned this earlier, but at this point in the game we don't have any access to strong equipment. I'm pretty sure the strongest gear you can get is mithril gear. You also can't get any strong magic, and I think the strongest you can get is the raw spells, and you can only get one of each from the chest in the Viking's Cove. And I think Thunderer would be the only decent one, because I'm sure the Nepto Dragon is probably weak to Thunder being a water monster. We have 4 party members, that's not really OP. Now, if you didn't know, monks can attack barehanded. They can equip nunchucks, but they actually bring the attack of the monk down because barehanded attacks scale with a level. Because of this, the monks can do damage on par with the strongest weapon if their level is high enough. The other good thing with monks is they have got good, if not the best, stamina stat that you can get from the wind crystal jobs, which means each level will give us more HP, which will be valuable because our armor and defense is going to be pretty low. Now, the plan is to get the monk job and then make a beeline to the Nepto Dragon as fast as possible, because the best place we can get XP is at the little body of water just in front of the Nepto Dragon spawn. Some of you who watch my Dragoon only and night only runs know that we can actually get encounters in this little bit of water. Because they are enemies you are meant to fight after you completed the Nepto Temple and gain access to the sea. They're stronger and have more XP than anything else we can get at this point. The other thing we're going to do is try and beat the Nepto every 5 levels. So if I get to the Nepto Temple at level 5 for instance, I'll give him a go. But if I get there at level 6, we will wait until we hit level 10 to try again. The other important thing is the job level. We realistically want this to be max because it counts towards accuracy and the amount of times hit. At lower level, if he's hitting for more than what my party's HP is, I'm just going to grind straight to the next target level. So if he beats me in 4 attacks, we grind. If he got more than 4 attacks, then we try a few more times before we go to the next target level. I actually end up doing a little grind in the left tower of Castle Sassoon, as the mithril mines proved to be difficult. I could win fights, but not without losing a party member. As stated earlier, I need everyone to be at the exact same level to do this challenge. Now let's check the stats for the Nepto Dragon. The HP is a whopping 60,000, which for reference is the same amount as Cerberus, which is one of the 4 Dark Crystal bosses you find right at the end of the game. The attack is 62, which is slightly stronger than Golda, who is at 60, which means he can hit pretty hard but not massively. But he kinda can, because when you get to Golda you have pretty decent armor. When you get to Nepto Dragon you've basically got nothing because it's so early in the game. The agility is at 30, which is 1 more than what Golda is. I'm not too sure how the agility stat works, but I think it goes towards turn order. From what I've seen on Google, it affects accuracy and the number of physical hits. Strength is 39, I think that helps towards physical attack, which is all the Nepto Dragon does, but I'm not too sure how it will affect the fight. Stamina is 31, but this mainly goes towards HP gain when leveling, but also increases magic defense. Intellect is 30, but that only helps boost the damage of black magic spells, which it doesn't do, so there's no worries there. Spirit is 58, I can't really find anything about the stat, but in other games it increases the potency of white magic. Google said it's something to do with HP gains as well, which means it's pointless stat for the Nepto Dragon. Evasion 15, but supposedly this is bugged stat in the original game, which means it might be in this game too. Basically it's to do with how likely the Nepto Dragon is going to dodge and attack. Magic defense 17, which obviously reduces magic damage, but that wouldn't factor into this because it's not how we plan to fight them. Magic evasion, just like normal evasion, the stat is supposed to be bugged and I think goes toward dodging magic attacks. And lastly, we have defense, because for some reason the Nepto Dragon has the lowest defense stat in the game, which means it will take more physical damage than what the goblins we faced in the first cave will take. I believe the stat is 4 defense, which is crazy because like I said, the goblins you first encountered in this game have got a defense of 6. The Nepto Dragon can only hit one party member at a time and cannot heal, so basically it's a race to see if we can do 60,000 damage before he picks us off. Let's see how it goes. When we first get there we are level 10 and he demolishes us with 4 attacks. So let's try level 15. At level 15 it's the same story, but I forgot to save before I fought the Nepto, so I had to get level 15 again. Now at level 20. This time he was hit in for over 900 and then over 700, and one hit was over 1000, but one attack of his didn't one hit us. However, I didn't try it again because we had hit him for around 300, and unless he wanted to miss 100 attacks in a row, we were never gonna beat him. At level 25 we actually survived 2 hits, but we was doing around 700 damage, which is a huge improvement, but we still need 21 full party turns and them odds are crazy. While grinding to level 30 I noticed I was only taking 1 damage when attacked, so perhaps my defense does go up without gear. Due to this I changed my plan a bit, because when we tried him at level 30 he took 2 hits to defeat our party, but we still hit him for more than what a high potion could heal. So going forward we will only try him again without grinding if we can get high potions off. Also, I don't know when it happened, but I dropped level 99 just before level 30. I think this is going to be the time where we beat him, or at least that's what I'm hoping for, as at level 35 we are hitting pretty hard and barely taking damage against normal mobs. I tried to heal with a high potion if he hits for less than 500, but unfortunately we lose. I then go back and just try to flat out attack him with no heals. Same result. Level 40, here I come. The grind has been getting really long since level 30, and seeing as we were so close at level 35, level 40 has to get us the win, right? Yes! Just about though. I was on my last 2 characters and a huge crit doing 3,500 damage, which is what I think pulled us through. Now if we look at the bestiary, I should say we have defeated 1. Hey all, like Jakey here. I just wanted to say that I forgot to mention that I went back to where the Nepto Dragon spawn is to see if he disappeared or if he can just carry on, and as you probably all expected, he can't. He just reappears and obviously he beat me because I didn't beat. Back to the video. Okay. There's a good reason that it says I've defeated 358. Remember this? Oh guys, I got something to tell you. I can't believe I've done that. So, every time I save after I finish doing these videos and whatnot, I'm always careful because I always got a save file that I like to play. I had over 100 hours on it, right? It's always like my go-to save file whenever I just want to chill out. I don't know, do a little bit of grinding, learn about the enemy drops and whatnot, innit? And it's kind of the save file I discovered the ship strat on. And I was tired after I finished the video yesterday, so I was like, I'm gonna go on that save file now. I don't want to concentrate, it's too late to record, so I'll just do that. So I hit save, I didn't go on to load. So I went straight up to my save file, which was the second save file I ever made in this game. Like I said, it had well over 100 hours. And no, it's open now. I kind of saved over it with this save. So that's 100 odd hours of game gone. Started it, I want to say it was a year or two ago. But yeah, I'm utterly devastated. I couldn't believe it, so I've had to restart the save. Not restart it, but restart it. Started a new game. And I'm trying to get back to where I was. Although I'm going through it a lot faster. Obviously I'm not stuck to one job. But yeah, I'm kind of devastated by it, I'm not gonna lie. I actually couldn't believe it. Well, that was about the original save of this file, which as you can see is pretty OP. I actually went and started grinding for this again, and it's the save file I play while I edit up videos and write the scripts. Except for writing this script, which I wrote as we were going. Also, here's a picture of my first team that beat the Nepto Dragon. As you can see, I mainly focused on one character at that time, which actually took me much longer. Another point to make is, I accidentally saved over this beating the Nepto Dragon save on the 21st of December, and I started that save on the 16th of December. I have now beaten the Nepto Dragon on the 22nd of December, meaning I spent all day yesterday getting back the progress I lost, which was at level 35. My heart sank when I done it. Luckily, this will now be up on Christmas Day for you all, just as I promised. As always guys, thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more Final Fantasy 3 content, be sure to subscribe and let me know if you made it right to the end by leaving the comment. No backup save bum, leave it down in the comment section. Also, I wrote this script on the phone and I'm reading off the phone rather than off my computer like I normally do. So if you think this comes across better, like I personally feel I've made less mistakes while speaking, but if this comes off better, let me know in the future and I'll try and get them all read off my phone. But thank you all again, and I will catch you all in a bit. Ta-da!